guys, welcome back to Verified Profits. I'm Eric and I'm here to give you the UFL season finale VP Power Rankings and both game picks for the playoffs this weekend. It's down to 4 teams. We're going to see who can rise to the top and make it to the United Bowl 2026. Make sure to smash that like button, hit the follow, and let's go. Season finale VP Power Rankings. Run it. Number 1, Orlando Storm. Number 2, Louisville Kings. Number 3, St. Louis Battlehawks. Number 4, DC Defenders. Number 5, Houston Gamblers. Number 6, Dallas Renegades. Number 7, Columbus Aviators. It's staying down in the basement to end the season at number 8, Birmingham Stallions. So you got your season-ending VP Power Rankings. Now let's go over the results from last week. We called Dallas Renegades to run away with it. Could have been a little more dominant on Dallas's end, but still cashed it. And we said there's no way we're taking Birmingham, and we were right because they got squanched by the Gamblers. Cashed it. We thought DC had a chance to take it. They fell short, kind of beat themselves, and gave Orlando the dub. And for the last game of the last week, we thought Columbus was going to be able to pull off another upset. Louisville maybe take it easy going into the playoffs. Columbus had many chances, but just couldn't pull it off. So you got your season finale power rankings and the results from last week. Let's head into those VP game picks for the 2026 playoffs. Smash that like button, comment below who you think's going to take it this week and who's going to take the entire championship. Let's go! First game of the playoffs. Game 1, Sunday, June 7th at 3 o'clock on ABC. DC Defenders are going to go head to Orlando to play the number 1 Storm. Let's talk about DC Defenders. Head coach Shannon Harris prepping his guys, getting them into playoff mode. Traded earlier this season, got Jason Bean from the Louisville Kings. Might end up with a full circle in the United Bowl sort of situation, which would be pretty great because we love Jason Bean. Didn't think he should have been traded. It was sad for Jordan Teamu, the quarterback, having a season-ending injury, but I think their defense is elite and they're going to show up in the playoffs. DC's running back, Deion Jackson, he made the all-UFL team as the number 1 running back. Jackson led the league in rushing yards and rushing tutties. And running back Valaday, that dude is explosive too. Wide receivers Tud Scott, think he's going to show up and produce. And another wide receiver, Cornell Powell, one-handed skyscraper beast, got iron hands, steel hands, molten rock lava hands, whatever's strongest. Tight end Fairchild, you know he's hungry. He's looking for that redemption. We've got to talk about defenders, all UFL team. Linebacker Derek Roberson, D-Robe. That dude is a beast. Been a beast all season, showing up, and he's ready for the playoffs. You can tell he's hungry. He's going to motivate everyone around him to crush the Storm. With Jason Bean slinging it, giving everybody the green bean passer roll, I expect Tud Scott to be an anytime Tud scorer this week. Really, any of those defenders, wideouts, and tight ends and running backs, they're easy candidates for an anytime Tuddy. DC's got an elite defensive coordinator, keeping them high vibes going. You know they're going to show up. They're ready. They know what the playoffs are like, and their entire team is refocused, realigned, and they're ready to win in the postseason and get to the United Bowl Championship. Now let's talk about the number 1 Orlando Storm. Head coach Anthony Becht has been in the league quite a while, made the transition to a new team, took Orlando to the playoffs in his first year as head coach. Quarterback Jack Plummer, all UFL, number 1 quarterback. The guy has an arm and he's low-key shifty. Storm's running back Jashawn Corbin, that dude hasn't been the most top-tier producer, but he is a great running back. And you got an all-UFL wide receiver, the Amon-Ra St. Brown of the UFL, Chris Rowland, leading the league with so many receptions. He has so many yards after the catch. Yak, 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 yak. Clutch hands, getting first downs. And wide receiver Elijah Badger, that dude, debatable if he's the number 1 wide receiver on that team. With quite the notable offensive line. They might be able to slow up DC, but I don't think they'll be able to stop them. Storm's defense, pretty strong. They got an all UFL DT and Isaiah Buggs, the ex-Detroit Lion. That dude is the beast's beast. So fun to watch. And he just ragdolls running backs, chucking them down like one-handed, making it look too easy. It's going to be real tough for Orlando to pull off the 3-game sweep against the DC Defenders. In playoff mode, all season I noticed that the Storm were winning, but they were not dominant. A lot of those games, they were just kind of barely making it. It's going to be different for the playoffs. DC is going to show up. It'll be the 3rd week in a row that these two teams play, and I don't know if Orlando can really pull off the 3-game sweep. DC, they're going to be different in these playoffs. So for the first game of the playoffs, we're going to take DC Defenders to advance to the United Bowl and downgrade the Storm to a Category L for loser. Game 2 of the 2026 playoffs, Sunday, June 7th at 6 o'clock on Fox. Louisville Kings are going to head over to play the number 2 St. Louis Battlehawks in the Battle Dome. Let's talk about Louisville Kings. First-year head coach Chris Redman, dude did pretty great. They had a lot of shifting around on their players, doing a lot of trades earlier in the season, realignments. Seemed to play out for them because they ended up making it to the playoffs. Like I said before, not a huge fan of Chandler Rogers as their quarterback. He's quite a little bit of a scamperer, does throw some real risky nasties, throws too many interceptions, just scampers way too much. That running back, ex-Jacksonville Jaguar, James Robinson, dude is a beast. And the running back, Ian Wheeler, you cannot give Wheeler any space because he just hits a seam and he's gone. Wide receiver Isaiah Winstead, oh yeah, the old school Chicago Bears Alshon Jeffrey of the UFL, coming up clutch, catching a lot of those prey ball moonshots that Rodgers was chucking. Edge rusher Cam Gill making the all UFL team, and he's a candidate for the MVP. He set the record for the most sacks in a season. Mayfield Jr. tied at number 1 for leading the league in interceptions. And Louisville Kings kicker Tanner Brown, Mr. Automatic, all UFL team, and he was only one of 3 kickers to make a 4-pointer. I think the Kings are going to show up pretty strong in this game. Battlehawks are going to have a hard time stopping the Kings, and they're going to have a hard time scoring on the Kings. Now let's talk about the St. Louis Battlehawks. First-year coach Ricky Prohl, love it. He's got that high energy, good vibes, motivating those players, keeping them top tier, ready to go for the playoffs in the Battle Dome. Spring King quarterback Luis Perez, not really as dominant. I called that he would show up in this season cold after he was traded and started. Really don't like that Dallas had to trade him anyways, but Perez, he might show up a little bit in this game. I don't think it'll be enough because Louisville's defense is going to be ready, and they're definitely going to be on the ball hawk lookout for Yakeem Butler when Perez just sky moon balls it to him, because that's the main way the Battlehawks have even converted and been able to score and produce, was just chucking it up to Yakeem Butler. He's going to be in the NFL, that's for sure. Made the all UFL team. I kind of want to get his jersey too. He led the league this year in receiving yards. Running back Jarvian Howard, he's number 2 in the league this year. He is a pretty stout beast. I think if they throw a sky ball, get near the end zone, they might hand it off. I'd be watching out for him as an anytime scoring touchdown. Tight end Tyler Neville, guy's out for the season, but he made the all UFL team. Battlehawks center made the all UFL team, also anchoring that line of scrimmage. Defense DT making the all UFL team. Carlos Davis had 5.5 sacks and kept the pressure on for the Battlehawks all year. Battlehawks defense is pretty top tier. They're gonna really have to show up. Always have to have a spy on Chandler Rogers because he is a scamperer, and if he's down, he's gonna take that ball hawk style, and just run it. He's just gonna take the game in his own hands. So St. Louis, if you want to win, you got to shut down that scamper. Shut down Chandler Rogers. They've got some ball hawks on that side for the Battlehawks. So I would not be surprised if Rogers at least throws one nasty pick right into St. Louis's hands. Not the biggest fan of Chandler Rogers, but I can't deny they've been winning, and their defense seems to be rising to the occasion. I'm not sure Luis Perez, the Spring King, and the St. Louis Battlehawks are going to be able to pull it off. All the Kings have to do is shut down Yakeem Butler, and they might be able to pull off a dub. So for the second game of the 2026 playoffs, we're going to take Louisville Kings to take the dub and advance to the United Bowl to go play DC Defenders. So there you guys have it, your season finale VP power rankings, the results from the last game of the season in week 10, and we got both game picks for the UFL 2026 playoffs. Who do you guys think is going to make it to the UFL Championship United Bowl? DC, Louisville, St. Louis, Orlando? It's debatable that any of these teams could make it, but I think we're going to see DC against Louisville in the 2026 United Bowl. Thanks again for watching, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, the follow, subscribe, leave your comments below, and let us hear what you think. I love to comment back. Only a couple more videos left for the season. I really appreciate you guys for being here. Make sure you check out the band Peninsulas. It's my music project, and it's the background music to these videos. Peninsulas has a lot of music videos on YouTube, so check them out. Make sure to follow and like and subscribe. And as always, thanks again for watching. Smashing the like on your way out, and the follow, share with your friends. It was an epic season. I'm glad we made it to the playoffs. Only a couple more games left. 2026 UFL Verified Profits Spring Football Playoff Run. Let's go!